Great. So what am I doing to stay fit in quarantine? I'm not gonna lie, it's been really, really hard to stay fit in quarantine. Some of the things that I have right now is like a treadmill and stuff like that. But still, I'm trying to preserve a lot of my strength that, I would get during powerlifting and stuff, And so the last time I went to the gym, yoga studio, jiu-jitsu gym was about a month ago, probably around the time of my birthday. And it looks like we're not going back anytime soon. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about some of the equipment I've been using to try to stay fit and some of the workouts I've been doing as well. And just FYI, since the start of the quarantine, I've been experimenting with a few things. On episode 1, I mentioned that I'm implementing 48-hour fasts with this app called Zero. Really great fasting app, by the way. While I've been doing home yoga sessions and walking on the treadmill, I think that's a great start. It definitely is not the same, and I definitely need to keep my strength gains. While these won't really replace your powerlifting gym or routine, is better than nothing. So here's 3 things that I invested in to protect the gains, baby. The first thing I invested in were pull-up straps. These are really great. I actually first saw them on Mike Chang's. You remember that six-pack shortcut guy with the special red drink? Well, he actually started a new channel based off of a flow type of routine. Anyways, in his flow, he was actually doing a pull-up routine on the door. But one thing, if you do pull-ups on the door, by the way, you can spring the hinges. That's not good. And especially if you're renting or anything like that, that's going to come out of your safety deposit. And no one wants to kind of repair their door because of that. It's totally preventable too. And back in high school, I used to have those pull-up bars that went through the door, and I would do pull-ups there. But the problem with it, if you have a wooden frame or anything, it'll chip off the paint, even if you put a towel, and it puts a lot of pressure on the frame as well, and it eventually rips out or breaks. It's happened a few times with me. Plus, they're really bulky, and you can't travel with them as well. So here comes the solution, like I said, pull-up straps, right? Pull-up straps are really great. You hook them over the door, and then you can just you close the door, and then you can do your pull-ups from there. I'll do like 100 pull-ups, not all at once. That's a lot. But I'll do enough pull-ups where I'll eventually get to 100 reps, and it's really great. And I can do that without springing the hinges. And plus, what I can do if I ever travel and I don't have access to gym, I can just throw these in my bag. And it's really easy. So there's no excuses not to do my 100 pull-ups. And I also use it to hang and decompress my back too. Really helpful for things like jiu-jitsu. But since I'm not doing jiu-jitsu right now because we're in quarantine, that's not a solution right now. Now, the second thing that I actually invested in is called a T-handle kettlebell. I actually first learned about this in Tim Ferriss's 4-hour body book. And it's a great alternative to a real kettlebell. The best part about a T-handle kettlebell is that you can actually adjust the weights. You know how regular kettlebells are just one weight? Well, this type of kettlebell is really customizable. So this is what it looks like. It looks like almost like a T type of thing. You actually you unscrew this, and then you can put your weights on the bottom. I usually put about 50 to 75 pounds. By the way, depending what kind of plates you have, if you have standard plates, so those ones where they have the screw-on caps at the end, usually the cheaper end, you'll need a 1/2-inch pipe diameter. If they're Olympic plates, you can go a little thicker. You can get 3/4 inch diameter. I'll leave some specifications below as well, or in the show notes. Just a few pieces of pipe. So you got they call these pipe nipples. So I have 5-inch pipe nipples. This is perfect. I had 6 ones before, but I had 6 inches before, but I had to return them because if they're too long, then they'll brush against your legs and you can't do your kettlebell swings. I also do rows with these too, and you can do curls with them as well. And so I got these end caps. These are totally optional. I've seen people duct tape it, but I thought it was a lot cleaner if I could just put some caps. And then I have like the T, I don't know what it's called, the T fitting, right? And then you have a longer pipe. This is about 12 inches. If you're really short, then you can get like an 8-inch one. And then obviously you have a floor flange. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's what you have. And then you screw it together, and then you can swing. Now, one caution too, and you can also get like a clamp too to kind of clamp everything. They all have them. You can find everything that I mentioned at Home Depot or your Lowe's or whatever hardware store that you have as well. One important thing though, like if you're using this, please don't go like this, like all the way above, because it's not that sturdy. It's really good. I wouldn't go more than hip high for this, because the weights can slide and you can injure yourself that way. So really great stuff. And like I said, it's super customizable. It'll run you, it's more than $10. I mean, Tim Ferriss and other people say it's $10, but especially like right now, it probably ran me about $20, but it's really great. I'm going to use it for just general conditioning, especially for jiu-jitsu in the future as well. Now, the third thing is really, really important, especially being indoors all the time. I noticed that I'm getting feeling a lot tighter. My left glute was always like, I've been having to go to chiro a lot more to release it, but I've been having some hip issues and back issues, especially with my glute. And I don't know if it's the lack of yoga or activity, but I had really, really tight muscles to the point where it was pinching my nerves. It was killing me, dude. I could feel it pinching on the nerve and shoot down, especially if my legs are straight. It would be so bad I couldn't even do my yoga sessions. And since right now my Thai massage place and acupuncturist is actually closed due to COVID, I have actually had to start treating myself. So that's where this thing called the Back Buddy has really been helpful, because it's been releasing my muscles. I can release my glute, my hamstrings. I also got some gua sha type of things, but this has been a godsend. I've also been releasing my psoas too. So if you don't know, like the psoas muscle is what David Goggins was talking about. If you guys are interested, I can show some exercises to release the psoas or reference some things. But that's been helping me sleep like a baby every single night. So I recommend these 3 things. So let me ask you guys, what kind of equipment have you purchased during quarantine, and how are you staying fit? I love to kind of hear. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of 100 rep type of things. I have bands where I'll like do a bench press type of thing, and tricep extensions. I'll do rows, I'll do swings. But what are some things that you guys are doing to stay fit in quarantine? Love to kind of hear from yourself. So what article am I reading? So recently I actually read this article named "Why is Joe Rogan So Popular?" If you guys don't know, Joe Rogan is one of my favorite YouTube channels.